What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So this week I think they are fun videos where I show you guys what I've been pulling for, because we can give you hauls, we can give you vlogs, we can give you all those things. But if someone's not wearing those items, it doesn't really make a difference, right? And so I love to show you guys, because we want to shop with intention, what I've been pulling for. And that changes sometimes month to month, week to week. Like something that's in heavy rotation one month, you may not even gravitate to the next month, right? So we're in the dead of winter. I'm in the DMV area. We're experiencing sort of this Indian winter, I guess, where we had freezing temperatures with ice and snow on a Monday, and by that Friday it was 72 degrees. Yes, 72 degrees, like spring-like temperatures, right? And so I do have one brand new item you guys haven't seen if you follow me only over here on YouTube. I showed it over on Instagram, but I've worn this item already 3 times this week because of the weather. And so I want to give you guys an update on what I'm pulling for, what are some of my favorite items right now, and then we're getting into spring. You're going to see the store start to transition. The winter items are leaving, and now we're going into spring. So let's get into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So before I start this video, I want to say that I have 2 other ideas in my head that I want to do for videos. One is, do you guys remember back in the day, InStyle magazine would do these layouts where they took maybe 15 pieces of clothing and created a month's worth of, outfits. And I kind of think I want to do something similar to that, where I take 15 pieces and make 30 outfits. If you guys are interested in that, put it in the comments below. The other one is where I take Pinterest looks, which I do often over on Instagram, and show you guys how I recreated and what my version of that is. So if that interests you, put that in the comments below as well. So let's get into the video, and I'm going to show you guys like what my things are, like what I'm pulling for. So first up is a oldie. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys. It's 2 years old now. I purchased it for my 40th birthday. I got it on a deep discount from Fashionphile. Every, I think, Black Friday or New Year's, Fashionphile runs these specials where you get like $500 to $600 off, depending on how much you spend. And I purchased this beautiful Chanel backpack 2 years ago with gold hardware. This is the size small. I can't think of the name of it, but I will link some below if I find them on Fashionphile. I got this, I think, right under or right at $3,000. And anything, I think, older Chanel is like all the rage right now. So I do think these are a little more pricey than they were 2 years ago, because the resellers know like what the girls are pulling for, okay? And the older the Chanel at this point, the better. So I do think this bag is from like 2017 or 18. But I love it. I've been wearing a lot of sweatshirts and sneakers lately, and this bag has just leaned to that like sporty aesthetic. It holds everything that I need. I love her so much. So she sat on the shelf for probably maybe 6 months last year, and I find myself pulling for her almost every day now. I wish she did hold my iPad. That's the only reason why I don't wear her more, but I love the red color. It leans to like a pop. When I'm wearing all black or all gray or muted colors, this is a perfect pop of color that I need. So I love her, and I'll link some below. So next I want to get into shoes. So the first pair of shoes, for me, I was going to get these boots when I very first saw them. They were $160 from Macy's by INC. And I talked myself out of them. Then the Renaissance tour happened, and metallic was everywhere. And I instantly regretted not purchasing them, but then I got over metallic like most of us did. Like, metallic was so in our face, I think, that you went from loving it to hating it, like after like the 30th day, okay? And so I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't get those boots. But then it came back around, and I decided, I think I need this. Number one, because I'm a wide calf girl, and I do not find boots that go over my knee. I just, up my knee or over my knee, it just doesn't happen, okay? So when I saw these, I should have gotten them, but I'm glad I waited, because they went on the sale for $90, and I picked them up, and they're these metallic INC boots. What I love about these, and I think why I made the plunge to get them, they weren't your normal silver metallic. This is almost more like mirrored effect to me versus metallic, but also it's kind of a gunmetal rose gold. So it's not silver, it's not quite gold. I find it to be more muted, and I find that when I wear it with black, or mainly with black, it kind of picks up a black tone to it versus looking so metallic-y, I guess. I don't know, but I love them. They're so comfortable. I'm going to show you guys some video and picture of me with them on. They're easy to slip in. The heel is amazing. It's a really good height. I find them to be fairly comfortable, and they go with a lot of things in my wardrobe. Like, if you guys know, one of my favorite bags is my Fendigraphy bag, which is a brown tone. It has the Fendi logo over it. it just goes in well with all that I'm wearing right now. And then you kind of get this like little flash of metallic. I love it. Next up, you guys know, if you follow me, INC did their thing this year with Macy's. They really did. Like, they had the boots for the girls, the heels for the girls. They did their thing. And one of my best purchases are these heels. So these are some YSL dupes. I tried the YSL dupes, the YSL pumps on when I was in New York. And I can tell you, they hurt like hell. Okay? These are absolutely perfect. I love them. Perfect heel height. It's something here in the YSL pump that really like gets into your foot. Also the PVC, and I spoke about it in my staycation video. It doesn't tear into your skin. It doesn't hurt. And I find that happens with me often with PVC, which is why I've always stayed away from it. This is very soft and pliable, but it also doesn't fog up. Most PVC, you'll see girls with them on, they're beautiful, but then who wants wet fog in their shoe? It's just not attractive. These are really amazing. They did a really good job with this shoe. They're also very sturdy. It comes in a beautiful blue color as well as black. If you can get them, 10 out of 10. Okay, so I don't know who I'm becoming, but I'm becoming a sneakerhead, okay? And I have this thing with my full-length fur coat where I don't like to wear it with heels, as crazy as that sounds. I like to wear it to places where it doesn't belong, like the gas station and picking up your mail from the UPS, right? But also I love to wear it with sneakers. And I saw these 530s, New Balance, which they reminded me of the Chanel sneaker. And I walked past, I think, Finish Line or one of those stores. And I said, oh, I gotta have this shoe. So I picked this up. This is the New Balance 530. They're super light. And what I had to learn about New Balance is you can almost go down 2 sizes. I've never owned New Balance before, but these are lightweight, super easy to walk in, so comfortable. But they are a 6.5, and I'm usually a US size 8, maybe a 7.5. So you can go down a whole shoe size and probably be just fine. And I find the same thing with the 9060s. Now, these are almost impossible to find, as these are getting kind of sold out now as well. But the 9060s that you guys know, Elevate, like this right here, does it for the girls. And it's also given where that sneaker to me gives off the Chanel vibe. And I'll show you guys a picture of the Chanel shoe I'm talking about. This is like, I feel like the Balenciaga vibe, right? It has like that rustic running shoe, kind of big here, right? And that's why I think the 9060s have done so well. However, I went into a store to try them on and I realized like, oh, I don't need a size 8. I can size down. So I got them in, I think, a 7, and they were still too big. And so I went down to a 6.5, and they're perfect. So now let's get into like the clothing items I've been pulling for. First and foremost is this H&M blazer. I'll show you guys some video of me with it on. I pull for this way more than I probably should. Like, this is something I'm wearing to work, to church, out with friends. It is perfect. It's almost hourglass-like, and it's from the Divided side of the house, which is kind of sort of like the cheaper version of H&M. So I think it's like the junior side. Very good shoulder action here, the way it comes in, and I think a very good first blazer. If you're looking for your first blazer to wear to work, just to have an all-around blazer, this is it. Highly recommended. If there are any available, I will link it. The next item I usually pair with that blazer, I've been like my go-to skirt, has been this Aritzia Wilford mini skirt. I had this for about 2 years now, and it's just the perfect, I would say appropriate for my age range mini skirt. It's the perfect length. It gives that extra length of satisfaction under like a long blazer when you need a little bit more length to kind of give that illusion that you're wearing a blazer as a dress, but you have the skirt underneath. Also, it's just a really great mini skirt. Now, with Aritzia, they have really great elevated basics, but I do find when it comes to the skirts, if you are curvy, size up. So this is a size 16. I'm normally a size 12. I would say go up at least 2 sizes. That's just so it can slip over your hips, your butt, your thighs. And so I love this skirt. I pair it a lot with blazers. It's the perfect length, even if you wanted to wear it with a pair of stockings, tights, and a nice white button-up shirt. It's a really good skirt. It's by Wilford, and it's very nice and soft, but I have been wearing this like once a week almost, either under a blazer or as a skirt itself to like go out and be like kind of cute and flirty. So when it comes to jeans, in my opinion, there's no one better out here right now besides Good American, which I got my first pair of Good American jeans. I haven't worn them yet. Abercrombie. They just know what they're doing. On top of that, they have a Curvy Love line, which is Magnifique, okay? I found a young lady on YouTube probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 now, and when the high-waisted mom jeans came out, they just didn't work for me, and Abercrombie Curvy Love line set me straight. Either I found jeans that were not long enough, they kind of hit at the ankle, they weren't flattering. These are my go-to pants. These are the high-rise, high-waisted flares. I paired them to go to work. They're such a good black, nice, long. I love the fact that the Curvy Love line has like short, regular, and long, and in some cases, guys, they have extra long. So they just have you covered on all ends when it comes to Abercrombie jeans. They're super comfortable, and I find them to be the only ones that come in high-rise, mom or dad or whatever, you know, whatever kind of shape you want. But it has at least 1% elastane. When you are a curvy girl, that little 1% goes a long way, okay? So if you're looking for some really good denim, Abercrombie is your place to go. I'm going to show you guys how I paired these. I love these for like dress down Fridays with a blazer. We're all kind of in, like, most of us are in that hybrid tone right now when it comes to work. So I even can wear these to work with a nice long blazer, and they give off slacks because they're so nice and just a nice black solid. There's no, you know, cutting into the jean. It's just good. So if you're looking for good jeans, Abercrombie's the place to go. So my next clothing item is a newbie. You saw it in one of my NYC haul. It is my Ronnie Cobo Chanel dress. Like, I've worn her twice since New York, which was just 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. It's like being wrapped in a good blanket. I love this so much. I have the regular dress as well, the straight dress. I have not worn that yet, but I do plan on wearing her soon. This is everything to me. I love it. It's a good length. It's flirty. I've worn it with the metallic boots. But again, guys, when I buy these items, I am thinking through, like, what do I have at home that I can wear this with? Before I purchased the metallic boots, I thought, well, what could these go with? When I realized just how neutral they were, it's pretty much everything. But wearing them even with this, it gives it a pop. I wore it to brunch. Every 5-6 steps, someone was saying, you look amazing, you look amazing. I was so comfortable, so warm. It was just it's a good dress. If I can link any below, I will. Neiman Marcus still had a few available, but they were final sale. But if you can get your hands on it so you have it, it's such a good purchase. So my next thing is my Ruslan Baginski hat, okay? So I purchased this. If you follow me over on Instagram, you will know all the drama that went into this, okay? So I purchased a couple of like cheaper versions that just quite didn't hit. And I was really struggling with, like, should I go ahead and make this purchase? These hats are not cheap by any means. And I happened to get this on sale for under $200, and I thought, you know what, let me try it. I got it on Farfetch. If it doesn't work, worst case, I'll send it back. Because of all the research I did, I knew I needed a small. I have a very small head. When I tell you, one of the best purchases I've made. I'm actually thinking about getting it in the black with the gold chain. That one is pretty pricey, but when I say well made, I definitely feel the difference in this hat versus all of the cheaper versions that I purchased. And listen, sometimes going to, you know, Amazon, Shein, Pretty Little Things, Fashion Nova, is for you to like figure out a trend and figure out, is that for you? And if you think so, then you make the plunge on the things that you actually want. And so I did spend a little bit of money on, I would say, dupes, I guess. And I can't call them dupes because the kind of hat is a Baker Boy hat. Anybody can make that. Ruslan Baginski just does a really great job with it. It really just elevates anything that you put it on with. This one is gray. It doesn't really go with my outfit, but it's so cute, and it just looks different than all the other play hats I put on. It was well worth the money for me. So if you can get your hands on one of these for cheap or on sale, I say do it. Okay, my last two things are outerwear. So I told you guys that we've been experiencing Indian winter in the DMV. So I found this flight jacket. You guys know flight jackets and bombers have been around maybe the last 4 to 5. I don't know if they've ever gone out of style, actually. I feel like flight jackets became a thing when I was a teenager, but almost like any bomber or leather jacket, it wasn't trendy, but it never went out of style. So I do think investing in one of these would be worth it. I'm not going down that rabbit hole of paying $800 and $900 for one, but I found this in Target, and when I tell you everything, it is everything. thing, okay? And if you wanted to do a little bit more, like the dramatic shoulders are kind of a thing right now, I feel like you can add shoulder padding to this and you're fine, because when that trend is over, you can remove the pads and have a regular flight jacket, okay? I love the cargo pockets. It has a nice quilting on the inside. I feel like I'm wrapped in a duvet cover. I mentioned that on my Instagram. I'll link the Instagram below when I did the review on the jacket. But I've worn this, I think, 3 times this week because it's been like spring weather, so I needed a nice little jacket to wear, and I just can't stop wearing it. I love that it's kind of gathered. You might can see here on the sleeve, and if you know me, you know I love a zhuzhed sleeve. It just gives a really great shape. I love the back. This is kind of gathered. It creates a really nice waistline, and it's $38 from our favorite place, Target. Like, Target gets it right every single time. Earlier that week when I found this, I went into H&M. They have some really great jackets as well. They have a leather one that I'm really thinking about, and I probably should get before it gets sold out. I have it on in the picture here in a size large. I think I could use a medium, but these aren't going anywhere. If you want to invest and, you know, buy something for spring, I think this is the way to go, because it won't go out of style, but when the trend is over, you didn't spend $800 on the jacket, okay? So this is by far, like, today is my favorite piece right now. And last but certainly not least is the mother of them all. And that is my Good American car coat. So I went on Instagram and I asked the people, I asked my cousins, can y'all give me a good dupe for the YSL really long coat, right? That coat is thousands of dollars, and I did not want to spend that. Someone came in and told me try the Good American Car Point coat, and I'm so glad she told me when she did, because I got them. I think I got this on sale for Christmas, after Christmas sale, or New Year's. No, I think it was a New Year's sale. And when I tell you, now listen, this is kind of like a blazer material, so it's not going to keep you super warm, but it is so, it just elevates everything I put it on with. Everything. A sweatshirt, a t-shirt, a dress, it doesn't matter. It's so good. Like, I know they're probably sold out. I'm going to link any of them if I can. But there is a Banana Republic coat that I'm thinking about. That one is like $400 and something. But it's absolutely beautiful. And I know it will be a staple in my wardrobe years to come. So I'm thinking about that one as well, because I feel like these super long coats are not going to be forever. You can always find a wool coat that comes to your knees or come like to your calves, but finding a long androgynous coat is not easy. And even when the trend is done, I would never sell this because I'm never going to find a coat this long, ever. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.